Now, let's move on to the AFC NFC Championship game predictions. Oh boy, this will be fun. In the AFC, we have the Kansas City Chiefs versus Cincinnati Bengals at Arrowhead in a rematch of last year's championship game. In the NFC, we have the Philadelphia Eagles, who are the number one seed and being heavily doubted against a young quarterback who's come out of nowhere to lead a surprise team who has a spectacular defense, great weapons, and a good head coach, to the NFC Championship game. This reminds me of 2017. More on that later. But let's start with the AFC Championship. I have to pick one of these teams, don't I? All right, so Cincinnati Bengals coming in hot. 3-0 against Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow is. And they just beat the Baltimore Ravens and their arch rival. Demolished the Buffalo Bills, and now are going into Arrowhead, facing off against the Kansas City Chiefs, who are still loaded, but missing Tyreek Hill this year, and Patrick Mahomes has an injured ankle. So this will be interesting. The Bengals have a really good defense, and led by Lou Anarumo. They have the weapons of Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins, and Tyler Boyd, and Joe Mixon. The Chiefs have Travis Kelce, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Patrick Mahomes. But Patrick Mahomes has an injured ankle. So, who do I think's going to win this one? Well, all signs are pointing to the Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, they got the momentum. They have the weapons, the team, the confidence, the swagger. The quarterback has only lost once in the playoffs, and that was to Matt Stafford, the most clutch quarterback of that single playoff run of one of all time. Anyways, who wins in Cincinnati versus KC? I've got, well, I really want to say Cincinnati. I really do, but what's holding me back from saying Cincinnati is the fact that they have, yes, beaten Patrick Mahomes 3 times in a row now, but that streak's got to end at some point. I know it's superstitious and maybe a little foolish, but I have the Kansas City Chiefs beating the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't want to say it. I really don't. I don't want it to happen. But I have the Kansas City Chiefs winning. Yes, they don't have Tyreek Hill, and yes, Patrick Mahomes is on a bum ankle, but they have the home field, and I just have that fear that Patrick Mahomes is going to do it. He's going to win. It's going to be really annoying to watch and just straight up painful. Now, the NFC Championship game. The San Francisco 49ers have been led here by Brock Purdy. A 7th round pick, Mr. Irrelevant, the guy taken right after Skylar Thompson, literally a pick after, has gone 7-0 to lead this team to a 13-4 record and put them on the cusp of making the Super Bowl with George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, Christian McCaffrey. One of the best offense in the NFL and the best defense in the NFL, led by Joey Bosa and DeMeco Ryans coordinating it, versus the best team in the NFL all season, the Philadelphia Eagles, led by MVP Jalen Hurts, at least my MVP. You're my MVP, man. Dallas Goedert, one of the best offense in the NFL, and a absolutely loaded defense full of playmakers, like Darius Slay, like Brandon Graham, like, what's Fletcher Cox? Yes, Fletcher Cox. And just absolutely loaded. Who wins? Well, the last time I saw a team whose quarterback went down and was replaced by a guy who a third string who no one saw coming, to lead them to a Super Bowl or on the cusp of the NFC Championship game with a loaded offense, when the game ended on one of the craziest plays and dumbest things I've ever seen. That was the Case Keenum-led Minnesota Vikings, who faced off against Philadelphia Eagles' Nick Foles, who came out of nowhere and surprised everyone and won the Super Bowl. And they were absolutely destroyed, mind you. And honestly, I don't see it destroying as much, but I see the Philadelphia Eagles beating the San Francisco 49ers in this NFC title game. I mean, Philly is a team no one's really talked about this year after their great start. I mean, yes, they talked about them, but they're all like skeptical, trying to bring them down. But let's be honest, Philly has been dominant. I mean, just easily the best. They have the defense, and Jalen Hurts led the 38-7 dominant victory over the New York Giants, who were a good team, greatly coached, and they made it look like nothing. San Francisco's a great team, greatly coached as well. But Brock Purdy's young, and Kyle Shanahan has had trouble in these big games as head coach thus far. And I like Sirianni. I like Hurts. I love that defense. I think the Philadelphia Eagles will win the Super Bowl. I said it. I think they'll win the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. There, I said it. All right. I have the Eagles winning. Eagles-Chiefs, baby. I don't want to see Chiefs there. I want to see Eagles-Bengals. But here we are.